They say a good father is a blessing from God, and for years I believed I had one. But blessings can turn into curses when the sun goes down. This is Silent Revelations, real stories, real secrets, told in the dark. Subscribe now, because some truths can only be spoken here. Growing up, my father was everything I thought a parent should be. He worked long hours in the blazing sun, coming home with tired shoulders and dirt-stained hands. Yet every day he wore a smile for us. He never let me see him complain. At school events, he was always there, clapping, cheering, proud. Every birthday, every small achievement, he made me feel like the center of the universe. Neighbors would whisper, "You're so lucky to have a father like that." Even strangers admired him, the man who never let anyone down. And at night, he would sit by my bed telling me stories of his own childhood. He'd say, "I've lived long enough to know one thing. You must cherish family, because family is all you have." I believed him completely, but then something shifted. It was so subtle at first I almost didn't notice. He started coming into my room at night, not always. Sometimes he'd stand at the door looking down, smiling as if checking I was asleep. I thought it was just care, just a father watching over his child. But over time, the visits became more frequent, and his tone, it changed. During the day, he was warm, kind, full of laughter. At night, his voice would lower, almost growl softly. I didn't recognize the man who whispered next to my bed. One night, he leaned close and said, "Do you know all I've done for you? All the sacrifices I've made? You can never repay me, but you can try." I didn't understand at first, but soon, I learned. The visits became longer. The door always locked behind him. The air grew heavy, thick, impossible to breathe. I started praying the footsteps would keep walking past my room. They never did. Every night I waited. Every night I counted the seconds between the clock ticking and the slow, heavy footsteps along the hallway. They dragged, like he was savoring the moment. They never passed my door. They stopped, and then came the soft click of the lock. My heart would pound so loudly I thought he could hear it. The shadows in my room seemed to move closer, pressing against me. He kept wearing his mask during the day. The world saw him as the perfect father, generous, kind, responsible, helping neighbors fix fences, volunteering at church, teaching me lessons about honesty and respect. No one suspected a thing. No one could know the man who walked with me to school and clapped at my games became something else at night. And I smiled, hiding behind my own mask, pretending everything was fine. Months turned into years. Nights blended into one another. I stopped sleeping. I learned to lie perfectly still, staring at the ceiling, counting the ceiling tiles, the shadows, the seconds until the steps arrived. Some nights they didn't come. Those nights were worse, because I knew the next visit would be longer, more calculated, more inevitable. I tried thinking of escape, packing bags, running, but it's impossible to flee someone who is everywhere, who watches even when you think they're gone. I remember small things that now feel like warnings. The way he would always know when I was alone, the way he'd appear silently at the threshold, smiling, asking innocent questions. The way he praised me for being obedient, as if every small thing I did fed some invisible account he kept. I used to laugh with him, play games. But now even memories of laughter make my stomach churn. I hate him. And yet a part of me still misses the father I thought I had. During the day I cling to normality, school, friends, chores. But at night, fear becomes my constant companion. I imagine calling for help. But who would believe me? The man everyone calls perfect, respected, even admired, I am trapped, not by locks or chains, but by fear, shame, and the impossibility of being believed. I've never told a soul, not my friends, not teachers, not even my siblings, because I'm terrified of two things: disbelief and the escalation of his anger. And because even if the world saw him for what he is, I would still have to live with the years of fear he's instilled in me. He's still coming into my room every night, still locking the door, still reminding me that I owe him. If you were me, what would you do? Tell me in the comments. Because I can't carry this secret alone anymore. And if you've ever held a secret too heavy to speak aloud, send it to me anonymously. Your story could be shared here, so someone else knows they're not alone. Subscribe to Silent Revelations, where every story is a truth someone was too afraid to speak. Until now.